The light heavyweights, men's 80 kilograms, all-European clash between Gradus Kraus of the Netherlands and Yojerlin Cesar of France.
The boxer in the blue corner, representing France, Cesar Yojerlin.
Gradus Kraus from the Netherlands, who was one win away in Busto Arsizio, came through a real battle against Meisham Geshlagi of the Islamic Republic of Iran, possibly one of the best bouts in that first World Qualification tournament. Geshlagi's actually on ring A this afternoon, but Kraus, he's beaten double Olympic champion Arlen Lopez, he's beaten the European Games silver medalist Gabriel Vercic. I was surprised he lost that quota bout in Busto Arsizio to Hungary's Pilip Akilov. I don't know if that battle with Geshlagi had taken a lot out of him. Geshlagi is head down, just throws punches, really solid citizen, and Kraus just I guess he just didn't have anything left for the quota bout. Here he's already had a stoppage against the boxing refugee team's Eldrick Seller. Yojerlin Cesar, 2 points wins so far, 20 years of age from Guadeloupe. And if he made it to Paris, he'd be France's youngest Olympic boxer since 1984. Bronze medalist at last month's European Championships. Our referee is Roberto Servide from Argentina. But two good up-and-coming boxers. Kraus, tall, upright, very good boxer. I was really taken with him in Busto Arsizio. And he's taken a couple of shots early, though.
Yeah, I think you've called the style right. He's got that upright style, which has its benefits and its consequences because the head is there. And we've seen Cesar landing a couple of good shots so far. Both big men for the weight, 12 stone 4, 80 kilos. So they'll be coming down from 87, 88. Looking photo shoot fresh so far is Kraus, but Cesar working well on the back foot. However, you get the feeling that the Dutchman is beginning to get forward and just looking for these power shots now.
We did bill Kraus and Geshlagi as something of a Beauty and the Beast encounter. But both really enjoyable boxers to watch. Totally different styles in their own way. Cesar having some success on the back foot here.
And it's all about how much do the judges like that success, because it's very languid, leaning back. Sometimes you can look as if you're being too defensive, because there's a nice little shot there from Kraus on the way through. So close so far, but a couple of little nice little shots there, short, sharp shots from Cesar.
And this is very much how you view styles, isn't it, if you're a judge? Do you like the aggression and go forward from Kraus, or do you like the more stylish and the timing from Cesar?
As you say, for technical and tactical superiority, that little counter jab and spin off there from Cesar, the elegant work. You don't have to work hard to find Kraus at the moment. Gradus Kraus just all about coming forward.
Kraus getting Cesar in the corner. Oh, that was a good combination from Kraus. Cesar felt that, but he's done well. He just looked like he might be in trouble in the corner, and then just managed to use his feet to get out of there. But I think Kraus is going to take something from that last exchange.
You mentioned at the start, Rory, the legal quality blows, and there was 2 or 3 really good quality ones. Eye-catching work. You mentioned he's going to take something from it. He's one of these guys that's happy to take 2 or 3 shots to land his own. Something that he might adapt as he moves on, but at the moment, he's just barreling through Cesar. However, the style and the finesse of the Frenchman has been evident. Boxing nicely off the back foot. Good head movement. Nice little combo to finish.
I have to say, I thought Cesar did enough to win that opening round.
And it's what you called earlier on, Rory, who likes what in terms of styles, as we'll see from the judges.
Gone for Cesar. Kraus with work to do. He's going to have to change something here, because that go forward, upright style seems to be playing into the Frenchman's hands at the moment.
Quite literally. It's that upright, classical European style boxing, stepping in, but the hands are low. And sometimes you can be too tough for your own good. You're not interested in what's coming back. You're just trying to find your own shots. And Gradus Kraus is maybe just has to make a minor adjustment, keep his hands up a little bit more and work a little bit more behind the jab. Because so far, Yojerlin Cesar, well, you mentioned his age. He's certainly fighting like an experienced fighter so far, has a really nice style. And we were looking for more of the same in the second.
Yep, Cesar turning 20 last month. You see Kraus getting straight to work, but he's taking plenty as he goes in.
That's not what you want to see from Gradus Kraus there. Protect yourself at all times. I'm sure the referee will have a little word with him in the corner. He's just getting a bit overexcited. The point given against Cesar, not convinced that that's a fair summation.
No.
Might
Right,
be
both getting a point deducted. Okay, fair enough. As you were.
Exactly. But that's the street fight that Kraus is trying to turn
Yes.
it into. It's a reasonable tactic.
He wants the phone booth brawl.
He does. He wants to close the door and stop Cesar from using that movement. That little counter hook there. Nice shoulder work in the inside as well from the Frenchman. Gradus Kraus crowding him out.
Took one coming in, did Kraus, but then did land two shots of his own. Just wants to try and rough up Cesar, who's being warned for holding. Kraus goes to the body for the first time. Gets through with the right, and just signs that he's imposing his will now on Cesar a bit.
Yeah, no question. You're trying to take the air out of the tyres to stop him being able to move, because all of this movement, and it looks as if, oh yeah, that's simple, you just move your hip. It takes a lot of energy to move like that and to anticipate. Your radar's got to be switched on. So Cesar is really, ramping up the intensity here. So maybe some possible tiredness that could give Kraus something to think about here. They heard the bell from the other ring there. That confused them.
Kraus again just coming forward. Cesar warned about his head. It's a fascinating contest. Kraus just looking a bit leggy.
He's used a lot of his energy, Rory, you're right.
Oh, he took a swift left there, flush on the face.
Following up with some nice uppercuts there. Cesar Yojerlin just ramping up the quality there. Well, we saw Kraus, as you say, beginning to gasp for air. He's been going at 100 miles an hour all the way through. And into the last 10 seconds, it's been really good back foot boxing again from the man in blue.
There is the bell. No,
the actual bell.
Clapper?
No,
No,
it was the clapper.
it was the clapper.
They thought was the bell.
End of round 2.
Little bit of a farcical ending to round 2, but these scorecards are going to be critical for Kraus. And he's 2 points down on 4 of the scorecards. Of course, both men have been deducted a point. So as it stands, Cesar is in total control of this bout. Kraus needs a stoppage. One of the favourites in the draw is on the point of going out because he's been schooled a bit almost by this Frenchman.
Yeah, no question about it. Yojerlin Cesar has really stepped up to the occasion, and you can see it there. No real regard for what's coming back there from the Dutchman, the man from the Netherlands there. Gradus Kraus, very brave, very tough, but leaving a lot of spaces, and it's been the effective aggression and good landing shots there from Cesar, and also Very good judging as well, favouring the quality boxing as opposed to this kind of mauling, brawling, crowded Kraus.
What can Kraus do in these last 3 minutes? I guess his tactic has to be more of the same and hope that Cesar leaves his chin out or just runs out of steam.
Or ideally both. There's another deduction warning there for holding in the clinch.
Well, that makes things very interesting. There's a big right from Kraus. And now that point may well have just spurred him on some more. Because now he doesn't need the stoppage, and Cesar taking a couple of big shots. Just thinks he needs to cover up or hold on, and he's already been deducted a point for holding, so he needs to be careful.
Surely does. The only salvation for Cesar is that how early Kraus has gone here at 100 mile an hour. Can he sustain it? A little bit of a low blow there, yep. So the only thing now for Yojerlin Cesar, he has to return fire because Kraus has stolen the momentum. And deservedly with these big shots, the thunderous shots landing.
Cesar does seem to be taking them pretty well, I have to say. So we had a total of 3 points deducted in this bout. We're inside the second half of the third round. A real contrast in styles. Kraus trying to just pour it on.
One of the other classification categories is competitiveness, and of course without Kraus there's been no fight because he's been carrying it, he's been coming forward. With those deductions, Rory, it's really on a knife edge now into the last 50, but he's beginning to look leg weary. The big man in red. And Cesar Yojerlin, can he find these shots down the stretch? There's a nice little left-right combo on the inside.
Cesar looks a bit weary as well.
And worrying.
Yes,
yeah,
standing 8.
I was just going to say, worryingly for him, the referee's only got eyes for Cesar at the moment. So he's in there, he can see that the young Frenchman beginning to feel it, and that could have tipped the balance now.
Yeah, he had a good look at Cesar there before he allowed him to continue. Cesar's body language not looking that great, I have to say. And it looks like he's been worn down progressively by Kraus. Sent backwards again. There's a good response from Cesar. Kraus has his hands in the air. He thinks he's done enough to take this. Cesar, sure to make of his reaction there.
It's a difficult one, Rory, because in terms of momentum, in terms of doing what you want when you want to do it, in that last round, Gradus Kraus was that guy. He was the more competitive, he landed the more compelling shots. Cesar got the point off, he got the standing count against him as well. But in the overall tabulations and calculations, you're going to need your calculus in this one, Rory.
Might do. Very much interested to hear what the final decision will be. I'm sure it's going to be a split of some description, but it'll be very, very close. Kraus looking the more confident, or is that just bravado? It's hard to tell.
He's been short of neither.
Ring B, ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the blue corner, representing France, Cesar Yojerlin.
Wow, look, Yojerlin Cesar gets it 3-2 split decision. Despite having that point deducted in the final round, I'd like to see how they scored that final round. Very close. Might even have been one of those that went to count back, where they have to decide which boxer they felt won the bout because of that point deduction. We'll find out in due course, but I enjoyed that one. You know, styles make fights, as they say, and that was a classic.
It was. You're absolutely right. The styles makes the fights, but both men turning on the style here in Bangkok. That was a real battle. Great work from Gradus Kraus. Brave, direct. Cesar Yojerlin had 2 really good rounds. The first 2 were excellent. And then, of course, weathered the storm a little bit. But in terms of the overall mathematics, there's only one thing that really matters, is that he's through. He's made it through and does it with a little bit of relief as well, I would venture there.
Absolutely, the dream of a home games remains alive. Kraus getting round 3 on all 5 scorecards.
Ring B, bound number 350.
And I